Welcome to my second uncut channel where it's low key here, it's low effort. So it has been weeks since Timothee Chalamet got on Variety with Matthew McConaughey and said that ballet and opera, I forgot my glasses were on, are dying art forms, and we are still talking about it. It is March 21st, Saturday, 2026, and people are still fucking talking about it. Oh my god. It's like, I made a video on this. I literally made a video of this on my main channel talking about the controversy and how it was a stupid, out of touch, douchey thing to say. But even as I was prepping to make that video and I saw it, I was watching it because I wasn't sure if I actually wanted to do it, but it was just getting bigger and bigger. So I was like, okay, I definitely want to hop on this. I make the video. It continues getting bigger and bigger. More and more celebrities talk about it and say, like, he should know better. He's just being silly. Or he's just jealous that he couldn't do ballet. And I remember thinking a week ago at this point, when this much of Hollywood, when this many people involved in the arts that really get you a platform, when this many of them give their 2 cents on something, most of the time, like, that's your telltale sign that it's fucking stupid and they're just hopping on the bandwagon. As far as the general public, I mean, I'm sure we're all familiar by now that TikTok has become a place where it's just a lot of followers. It's just a lot of sheep. Let's be honest with ourselves. Something will catch like wildfire and the lemmings flock to it like literally moths to a flame. I genuinely, sincerely don't think this many people care that Timothee Chalamet said ballet and opera are dying art forms. I think they just saw it trending and people like to feel included. And I don't want to call people NPCs, but like, you know, we're in a very, very lonely time. We're in a very isolated time, and we're also in a time where everyone wants to get in on the next big thing. Unfortunately, many people cannot do that unless there's something that they can latch onto, and I think that's exactly what happened. This was just people's sign to like get involved in something, to be part of the moment. And like, yes, I agree that it was a douchey thing to say, but like, it was just a douchey thing to say. I hate this term, I hate this phrase. It's damn near a dog whistle at this point, but it really wasn't that serious. It really wasn't that serious. Call him out of touch, call him another rich douche, whatever, that is very true, but the punishment is not fitting the crime. And also, Timothee Chalamet could open his Instagram right now and accidentally post a video where he's using the N-word with Drewski or something, and he would only receive like half as much hate and backlash as for saying opera and ballet are dying art forms. Let me be clear. I'm not defending what he said because I do think he was wrong. I mean, he's right, but his reasons are wrong. And this was something that I also saw in like the comments elsewhere. People are like, no, he's right. It's like a gate-kept art form that only people with money can really afford to enjoy. The rest of us can barely survive. I said that myself in my video, and that is very true. And if an art form is dying because of capitalism, because it's too expensive for people to enjoy, because it's become a luxury, because it's not something that people can just expend their income on, of course it's going to be dying, or at least hitting a drop. But that's not what he said, and let's not pretend that's something that he cares about. Art forms will survive. Like, I'm sure opera and ballet have seen times of much more severe poverty than we're in now, and they're still here. So for that, no, he wasn't right, but that's not the point that he was making anyway. And it's just like, why aren't you guys this upset when like actually problematic things happen? And I want you to walk with me for a second here. Like, where is this outrage for him culture vulturing? Where is this outrage for him cosplaying as a black person? Like, why are you dressed like that? And in this interview, he goes on and he talks about how much he just loves black culture. It's something that he grew up around, it's something that he was immersed in, and how if you grow up in the United States, you are influenced in some way by black culture. And that's all very true, but like, you can be a fan of black culture without trying to embody it yourself. Like, know your lane. But him being a culture vulture doesn't shock me, considering he's dating a culture vulture. I just think it's insane that we have Ariana Grande to this day so much flack for her Blackiana era.
Kill me, get your ass in here.
Kill me, get your ass in here.
Come on, girl.
But no one bats an eye when it's Timothee Chalamet. Speaking of dating a culture vulture, why didn't he get this much backlash, or at least not that I can recall, when he started dating Kylie Jenner, a billionaire? I'm sorry, but if you're going to willingly associate with billionaires, let alone romantically date one, become their life partner potentially, you're not a good person. There's no ethical way to be a billionaire, and we can all see with our eyes. Like, even let's play pretend for a second. Let's play pretend that someone genuinely, sincerely makes $1 billion purely ethically. People just love them so much that we're just throwing money at this person. They do not take advantage of anyone. They pay all of their employees and associates livable wages. They don't cut corners. Their merchandise is made ethically and not in like sweatshops by impoverished 15-year-old girls or whatever. We live in utopia where you can get there and have a good heart, be a good person. We have still seen endlessly over the last, almost 20 years, the Kardashians are not good people. Regardless of how much money they have, they are just not good people. I personally hold them almost single-handedly responsible for the insane beauty standards that we have that cause so many young people, but especially young girls, to have the images with their own appearances that they do now, to cause them to develop unhealthy relationships with food and exercise and the products that they sell, the health products that they sell. They don't care about your health, they care about your pennies. The Kardashians and Jenners have done insane damage to the general populace's relationship with every individual's like own appearance and how they view their own body, and it's disgusting. They've profited off of making people hate themselves because they physically cannot get to these fake beauty standards that these people have peddled. They're fucking awful people, and that's who he's chosen to align himself with. And now bringing in the fact that she is a billionaire. There are no good billionaires. He doesn't care about the harm that billionaires cause to the entire planet. He doesn't care that they hoard their wealth as long as he has a proximity to it. Bro's not a good person. Where was the backlash for that? Where was the backlash for him saying that people who choose not to have kids have a really bleak life? He didn't go into much detail about his family plans, but he did make it abundantly clear that having children one day is something that's very important to him. Notably, he recalled a time that he and a friend were watching an interview with someone whose name he would definitely not reveal, bragging about not having kids and how much time it afforded them to do other stuff. By his own admission, this concept left Timothee and his friend completely perplexed. He remembered they turned to each other after watching and said, like, holy shit, oh my god, bleak. Interestingly, the writer of the profile noted that Timothee was understanding of the fact that some people can't have children or are never in a position to, but he believes procreation is the reason we're here. That is a right-wing talking point. That is a misogynistic talking point. There is speculation that he was talking about, I think, Seth Rogen, but I'm not obviously entirely sure, and we will never know for sure because he didn't name this person. And there's not enough detail here for me to be able to pinpoint. Plenty of people talk about how much they like not having kids because it gives them free time. But regardless, whether he's talking about a man, woman, or other gender, this is still a misogynistic talking point because it's most notably used against women, because our bodies are the ones who carry fetuses and birth them. We're here to have babies. Our entire purpose is procreation. No, it's not. Fuck you. My reason for being here is whatever I decide. And I'm pretty sure I said that in my video as well. But where is the backlash over this? It's not bleak to be childless. Leave child-free people the fuck alone. I don't know. But the backlash is so performative because it's gonna sound like I agree with him, but I don't. But it genuinely is. This many people did not give a shit about ballet and opera before he said that. Let's be honest with ourselves. You just wanted to jump on the bandwagon, and it's insane that it's still going. I'm sorry. Someone's saying that ballet and opera are dying, and he said it before also. So, why now? Oh my god, it is not worthy of the level of insane backlash that has happened. Who gives a fuck this much? It's so fucking unserious. Can we move on now? How about we start paying attention to things that are actually problematic? Morgan Wallen didn't get this much backlash for literally using a slur and throwing a chair through a window. People don't even hate Chris Brown this much, and that man's evil. It's so disproportionate and stupid. And I just wanted to give a quick little follow up about how fucking dumb I think the whole thing is.